back to Listen to Leo. In today's video, I wanted to give you a walkthrough of my latest automation for my YouTube videos. So, first of all, I'm using N8N. That's my automation platform of choice because I get to self-host it. I like having that level of control. And based on the number of automations I run, I don't want to be charged for that because I tinker, I mess around with it, I'll blast it with stuff. That can get pricey quick. So self-hosting for me is the way to go. For YouTube, okay, so let's start with the basics. What do I do first? I set up a Notion database that I can keep track of my title, description, URL, and the thumbnail. So for me, these are kind of the most important pieces of my YouTube videos. I want to keep track of those. And so I have these populate automatically. I think it is possible to set up webhooks that can trigger based on YouTube videos going live and things like that. I started to play around with that, but it wasn't quite as easy as I was hoping. So I decided to simplify it because right now I'm focused more on the process overall than any of these specific optimizations. So what I did instead is basically I get all the videos from my YouTube channel and I get all the videos that are currently in the database. And if a video is not in the database, I add it. It's pretty straightforward. But that's the way that I like to do it. So when I'm doing these updates, I just say CE is like, hey, is it already in here? If yes, great. If not, cool. That means I need to add it. So that's pretty straightforward. So from here, this is something that I kind of went back and forth on how I wanted to approach it. On one hand, I typically do have the transcripts because I edit and descript and I have access to all of that, but also I don't necessarily want to spend the time copying and pasting into the transcript section on Notion. That's pretty tedious. Now, I don't need to do it for my shorts, and I could work out that, but I figured this would be easier if I did it programmatically. I've been using Gladia for my audio transcription. And the nice thing about Gladia is you get 10 free hours a month of transcription. And since my YouTube videos are typically pretty short, 5 to 10 minutes for the majority of them, except for the podcast episodes, which are a bit longer, I don't have over 10 hours worth of recording in a given month, at least for YouTube. That means that I can transcribe these for free. Now, I was trying to do it directly from YouTube, and unfortunately that didn't work. So I can't really download them on the NAN box. It's not meant for that. I might be able to make that happen. But instead, I actually have a Python backend that I use for running various things. And so that's where I'm going to add the code to process these transcriptions. And once it's in, I can go ahead and set that up to Notion. So that part is a lot easier. So basically, what I do is I have it set up to where I can send the YouTube information to my backend if the video is new and it's not a short. So I don't want to do this with shorts. That doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. It's only the main videos that I want to use. So what I do is I pass that into the back end. On the back end, I get it and I download the video. From there, I upload it to Gladia, wait on the transcription, get it back, and then insert it into the Notion database. So I'll run that, and then I will get the transcript back. Cool, that goes up to Notion. Perfect. So now I've got the transcript in Notion. So what can I do with it? This is really where I'm playing around with a few different ideas. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create a blog post every time I publish a video. And so if you watch my other videos where I've talked about some like programmatic SEO stuff, I've got I use a blogging platform called Feather, which allows me to create blog posts in Notion. I have a database set up there. So when I do this, I can actually take the transcript and run it over through one of my workflows I've configured with Copy AI, which takes the transcript and builds a blog post based on that. And so we can actually set a structure for being able to create blog posts based on YouTube channels or based on YouTube videos. And that gives us the ability to do quite a few different things. So I can do just the standard blog post and maybe with just a transcript, although I'm still kind of torn on that. I don't know how useful that would be. But I can also extract various bits and use that as pages for programmatic SEO. Again, I'm a big fan of this idea of programmatic SEO right now, but I want to do it in very specific ways. I think we are going to see the internet get flooded with a lot of stuff. But since this is content that I've created, I can repurpose that into a bunch of like super small things, link back to the video, and that way hopefully drive more traffic to my YouTube videos all in kind of one fell swoop, which is the idea here. I want this to be more and more useful. Other ideas, taking the transcript and turning it into a Twitter thread. I'm not always the best at sharing my videos on Twitter. I try to, but again, it's a very manual process. Twitter, a lot of API changes, but the one nice thing is they do still allow you to post from your Twitter account with the API up to like 1,500 tweets a month. So I don't think I'll need that many tweets. But what I can do is I can actually generate a bunch of tweets and post those automatically every time a video is uploaded or published. So this is a great way to reuse content that you're already creating. I'm going to be doing similar types of workflows with my podcast episodes. I want to remaster those and make some changes to be able to introduce a few new pieces as I get ready for the next season. So, yeah, a lot of possibilities here based on all of this. And I'm really excited to see what I'm able to come up with. But this is the overall structure you can use. Play with it, have fun with it, see what you can do. Because just having access to all of this and setting up these different connections makes life a lot easier. And for solo creators, it makes a world of difference because you're able to do things consistently, you're able to do things repeatably, and you're able to do things in an automated fashion, which means you don't need to worry about doing them yourself, which is great. I love it when I can do something and not have to actually worry about doing it. So let me know what you think. Is that automation sounds good to you? What do you use? Anything? Would love to hear in the comments, what kind of things you guys do with your YouTube videos. Anyway, let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.